In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this really cool robot vacuum. That's right, it's a robot and it vacuums. Am I too lazy to vacuum my house? You bet. So if you are interested in checking out this robot vacuum, stay tuned. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do all sorts of tech reviews, tips, tutorials, and more. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Today we're checking out something new on the channel. This is the Zoozee Z70, and this is Zoozee's latest robot vacuum. It is their top-of-the-line vacuum that Zoozee makes, and for full disclosure, Zoozee did send me this robot for my testing and review, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in this video. So, a little bit of background. We have a 65-pound golden doodle, and we have our golden doodle Dash. Say hi to everybody. How's it going? Yeah, you are cute, but you make a mess all over the place. Look at all that hair. That is all from you. And we've got two kids, as well as my wife and myself. So between all of us, there's a lot of foot traffic in our house, and our house collects a lot of pet hair, dust. It gets messy quite frequently. So we're constantly having to vacuum and sweep up our floors. So the idea of getting a robot vacuum has definitely been something that we've been considering for a while. And if you want to check out more information on this vacuum, I'm going to be leaving links down in the description below. As of the recording of this video, the Zoozee Z70 can be found on Amazon, priced at $2.99. So definitely not the cheapest robot vacuum that's out there, but at the same time not as expensive as some of the really high top-of-the-line vacuums. So in this video, I want to show you the unboxing, what you get with this robot vacuum. I want to show you its physical features as well as all the features that you get when you set up and use the app that works with it. And then I'm going to put it to the test, kind of show you my experience of using this vacuum and give you my thoughts on it. Okay, let's open this up. Zoozee, let's make cleaning much easier. So it even gives all of our instructions, how to use, and then steps to get us going. Also in here we've got our robot vacuum cleaner instructions and our warranty card, and looks like it's a 1-year warranty. So we've got our mop plate. So we've got our power adapter. So those are going to be our different brushes. That looks to be it inside the box. Got my power cord. This opens up. Hook my power cord into there. This just kind of wraps around, comes out right there. So we're going to go ahead and close this. So these are the cleaning brushes, and you'll see the groove on the bottom. Those just snap right in up top. Able to get that one in. So I want to show you an overview of the robot itself. So this is Zoozee. Zoozee is roughly about 18 inches in diameter, and you'll see at the top here there's this part that kind of bumps out. This is the Lidar technology, which has the sensors in it that allows it to do some of the different mapping and navigation. In addition to that, on the top you have a home button, which will send this back home to its charging station, and then we have our power button to power this on. And then it's got this front bumper that you can see has kind of some spring action if it was going to bump into something. I guess it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a shock absorbance. In the very front, these are some sensors to help it with its navigation. And then let's flip this over. And since we're talking about robots, this sounds like a great time for me to tell you about Tinker, who is our little hidden robot. Tinker, we hide in every single one of our videos on this channel. He looks just like this guy on my shirt, and he briefly pops up in all the videos on this channel. So if you happen to spot Tinker briefly popping up somewhere during this video, take note of the timestamp or the amount of time into this video that you spotted him popping up, and be the first person to let me know that timestamp down in the comments section below, along with your best comment. And if you're that first person to spot Tinker, we'll put your name on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page, as well as I'll give you a shout out in one of our future videos. So a bunch of cool things on the bottom. So not only is this a vacuum, but it's also a mop, and you can see the mop portion that is included on the bottom. I'm just gonna set this down, and this can just be ripped off if you want to change it out or clean it. So this pops off, and there were two of these included in the box. So let's say I was going to clean one of these, I can use the other one in the meantime. And then to replace it, you just stick it back on. I want to take a closer look so you can see the suspension underneath of the wheels that are turning, and that allows it to go over kind of multi-level surfaces. If you've got little bumps or if you've got a small rug or something, that helps with the navigation. So on the bottom, there are 3 different brushes, and the 2 up front, these are the sweeper brushes. The one in the center is going to be the main brush that is going to collect all of the dust and the dirt. And what I like about the design of this is that you have the option, there's 2 little clips right on the center that you can just clip, and that allows you to open up this door to get access to this brush. You can pull this brush out and you can clean it. So Zoozee is going to run around and collect all the dust and debris and hair and everything, and at some point you're going to have to clean it and do some sort of maintenance on it, and you do that by just getting under the top cover that lifts up, and now we have access to the inside. And it does give you information down here and tells you what you do. To short press, it'll return home with the home button, or short press, it'll do cleaning, pause, long press, it'll switch it on and off. So it's nice that it has all that information right on here. You'll also see that it's got the brush and kind of a razor blade, just a one-piece unit to help with cleaning that brush that I was talking about underneath. And it's very convenient, very easy to get the brush cleaned out using this tool, and I like the fact that they keep the tool, they made it so that it fits inside the robot. I don't have to go searching for, like, did I leave this in a drawer or something? It's always going to be with the robot no matter where it goes. So whether you're using this for mopping or whether you're using this just as a vacuum, this is where your dust bin goes. And there's 2 different bins. There's the one for the mopping, which uses water, and then there is this other one, which is just the dust bin itself. They both have these HEPA filters that are on the back, and these filters just kind of pop out, and you'll see here that kind of pops out. There's a little bit of a screen, and you can see the filter there. The bin, or the dust bin that I have in here right now, is the one with the water tank that works with the mop. And I'm going to pull this out and just kind of show you. So it does have water in it, and the water is in the tank right now. It's interesting because it also has the filter that's on the back, and with the water, it's actually like 2 different tanks. So you can put your water right in there and then use that for the mop. The tank itself is just one area of this cartridge. You can see here that I can see right through to the filter. So the tank kind of works right around that filter. And then this one is the one that I've recently been using. So if I pop this filter off, you'll notice that you can see dust and dirt that's in there. We've actually emptied this, and I'll show it to you after we're done vacuuming. But there's an example of how that works, and we're just going to pop that back into the robot. And those are all the different features hidden under the cover. So let's talk about power and battery life of this guy. So this thing charges up by using these charging rods that are on the side, and these connect into that charging base that just sits on the side wall of a room. And a couple of things. So this has a 5200 milliamp hour battery inside of it. And essentially that means you can run this for 240 minutes of use before you're going to need to fully recharge that battery. So in addition to that, as far as charging the battery, from my use, I mean, to clean a typical room, it's usually going to take somewhere around like 10 to 15 minutes for, and I'll show you that coming up. But so 240 minutes, you're going to get a lot of use out of this, and then it automatically returns back home when it's done cleaning. If you have it in the same room as the charger, it'll find the charger again and start charging itself back up. But I fully depleted the battery. I wanted to find out what it is going to take to recharge it. And from zero charge of the battery, I thought this was kind of interesting. On the charger, it takes, it'll charge 25% in roughly an hour. So to fully recharge this battery back up, it's going to take 4 hours. Now, if you're constantly using it and then it's going back to its charger, I don't think you're going to fully deplete the battery unless you are cleaning a lot of rooms all at once. But just to let you know, it takes 4 hours to fully recharge this battery. The other thing that I want to mention is that the Z70, which is the unit that I'm showing you here, has a suction power of up to 3,500 PA. Just as an example to let you know how much suction power this has. Now, I tried comparing that to other units that are out there, 3,500 PA. This is Zoozee's top model. Now, there's other robot vacuums you can get, and they have suction powers of like 1,000 or 1,500. So you're getting a good suction power with this 3,500 PA. It definitely will pick up things like dirt, debris, different pet hair, and different types of like food crumbs and things like that that I've been able to pick up using this unit. So setting up the Zoozee Robot app is super simple. You can just go to the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, go ahead and search for Zoozee, and then go ahead and download that app. I'm going to go ahead and open it. And then from this point, you need to create a Zoozee account and then go ahead and log in. So you can just sign up if you are new to using Zoozee. I've already created an account, so I'm going to log in. So from this point, I can add a new device. And as far as adding new devices, make sure that the Bluetooth and the location are enabled on your phone or tablet. We're going to click Next. Please press and hold the power button and the home button on the device until you hear a voice that the device reports Wi-Fi is reset, and then press the next button.
Wi-Fi is reset.
So
Waiting for connection.
We're going to hit Next. Please ensure your device is in the pre-configure mode, so the LED needs to be flashing, which it is. We're going to go to Next, and it is searching for the device. Came up with this 451337. We're going to click on that. And then it's looking to connect that onto our Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go ahead and tap our Wi-Fi signal. And once I was able to enter the password for our Wi-Fi, it is now connecting Zoozee to our Wi-Fi, so it's binding your new device. Please ensure that your mobile is near the device and that the app is open, and it's just going to finish binding it to the app. From this point, it is set up and ready to go, and it's sitting idle. If I was going to use it, I can just hit the clean button, and it's going to start cleaning. And if you're enjoying this video, let me know by smashing that like button, and you'll make Zoozee happy as well as myself. So I want to give you a quick overview of the room that I'm going to be vacuuming and that I've vacuumed before many times. This is our back room in our house. It is roughly 14 feet long by 10 feet wide, so about 140 square feet. So when Zoozee's ready to start cleaning, it's just going to leave its base and it's going to go to work. Now it is going to map the room out as it is running. So it's interesting watching it run. Let's see what it does when it encounters our back step. Just kind of goes right alongside. And it looks like it's just trying to learn the room as it is sweeping and mopping at the same time. So you can see all of the dirt that is on the floor. And there's like different grass and debris. Same thing over here. So when it is done, we'll take a look again and see how it's done as far as cleaning. You can kind of see the watermark from the mop. So it's interesting watching it maneuver around the table. We're going to see how it keeps moving around the room. So while Zoozee is cleaning at any point, I can just have it return back home. And Zoozee is going to be smart enough to know where the charging dock was, and it's going to put itself into position, and then it's essentially going to back itself back into its parking area so it can charge itself back up, which is what it's doing right now, and we'll see it just kind of finish up.
I am charging. Please wait.
So now that Zoozee is done cleaning this room, I wanted to check our filter. We're going to open this up, and we will pull our water box out. And you can see the dustbin is pulled out here, and I'm just going to open this up, and we have all sorts of hair on this side that it's picked up, and then all the dirt that is in that dustbin. And this room it didn't seem that dirty to me right off the bat, but you can clearly see that this thing picked up a lot of different dust and dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and empty all this out. So I did want to show you here after it has finished its cleaning. You can still see some of the wet marks from the mop, but it did seem to get all the debris from the floor, and it is very clean. So I want to give you a quick overview of the Zoozee app. From the dashboard, you can see everything from the amount of area and time that the thing has been cleaning to the amount of battery. And so now I just cleaned our back room that I was indicating, where you could see the 10 by 14 space. And it tells me the status of everything that is going on with the robot. So right now it's charging. And just to do that back room, that 10 by 14 room, it depleted the battery about 10%. So about 20 minutes of use took the battery down 10%. By clicking on Zoozee, what this actually does is it brings up a map of the room. So this is our rectangular room in the back, and it kind of has mapped out where it was bouncing around on the walls. And then any obstructions, you can kind of see the legs of the table. And there were some legs from that chair that was sitting there. You can see that as well. And then all the green lines are the path that the robot was taking when it was going through the room. You can see that it's charging, or that's where it charges over on the side of the room, and then all the other kind of areas where it mapped out the perimeter of the room. You can go down from this screen and click clean, or you can have it recharge. You can also click on more, and this gives you an area where you can say spot clean or do zone cleaning. You can also do like a virtual wall. So there is a kind of our breakfast nook table that was over in this corner. Let's say we wanted it to avoid that. I can click the plus button, and this allows you to drag the map, but essentially what I'm trying to do is grab those lines, and you can map out, well, just let me tap it there, no. But I can drag these lines to kind of, let's say, avoid a certain area by creating a virtual wall. So we're going to go right there, and then I'm going to tap again, which allows me to bring up another wall, and I can click OK. And now what it will do is it will avoid that area when it is going around that room. So things like that are kind of nice. You can also click under settings, and under settings we can see everything from the device name, device info. You can do firmware updates, which is convenient because they keep adding more features and just improving the software. You can also see your cleaning history. So it's going to show me the total area that this thing has cleaned, the total amount of time it's been running, and then how many times we've run it. And you can see previous histories of how long it's taken to clean, and if we've had to stop it for some reason. A lot of it has just kind of been testing it and moving it around. You can see the consumables balance. So there's the HEPA filter, and right now it has remaining 149 hours left on that filter. Debris extract, so remaining 299 hours. Those side brushes that kind of help sweep dirt in, those have 199 remaining hours as well. You can also do things like mess with the voice setting. So if Zoozee's too loud and you want to bring her volume down when she's talking to you, you can do that. Different languages, and you can have a female voice, male voice, all sorts of different options there with voice setting. And then you can schedule cleanings. So if you want it to start cleaning every day at a certain time, you can add a new schedule, and then you can tell it what time. You can have it repeat. All sorts of different options. I can go to repeat, so you can choose like what cleaning days you want. So you can set up different cleaning schedules. And then there's things like do not disturb mode. So when you put it in do not disturb mode, the vacuum won't play a tone or resume cleaning cycle automatically in do not disturb mode. There's also a kid mode. So kid mode, in this mode, the home button that's physically on the robot will not take effect, and the power button on the robot only supports long pressing to power it on or off. You can still control the robot sweeping via the app that we're using right now. There's other things like carpet boost, cleaning partition. You can find Zoozee, so I can actually click on that, and Zoozee is letting me know it's in the other room there. So all sorts of different options when using the Zoozee app. So let's talk about this robot vacuum. Definitely a very cool piece of tech. Is it going to replace our regular vacuum? I will say, like, for getting the little bits of dust and dirt and different particles that were all over the floor, it did a good job picking all that up. I still think that we're going to have to drag out our regular vacuum every now and then to do more of like a deep clean, especially in certain areas where maybe we can't reach with the robot vacuum, or we're going to have to move a lot of furniture. So there's still some sort of maintenance involved on our part to make the vacuum do its thing. But I think for running it maybe every other day before we have guests over, just to kind of clean up around the perimeters of the room and just really shine up the floor of the room, I think it works great. It definitely seemed to pick up all the different particles, dust and dirt, as well as our pet hair that I saw on the floor. And so from that aspect, I think it does a great job. But at the same time, with it being a robot, we have different levels to our house, where the kitchen is on one level and our back room is like 2 stairs down. So for it to do multiple rooms in our house, when it's finished with one room, we're still going to have to physically pick the robot up and move it to a different room in our house. So it's not like it's completely maintenance free, but it definitely is a time savings to just set the robot up, let it run for like 15 minutes, and then come back and have a completely cleaned up room. I was amazed at the fact that when it was approaching the stairs in our kitchen, which is at our kitchen's at one level and our back room's at another, the sensors on the robot made it smart enough so it didn't just roll off the stair, fall down and crash. So it does have a lot of tech built into it. I do think all the sensors worked great, where it was able to kind of find itself around different objects. If it would kind of work itself into a dead end or an area or a space where it didn't know what to do, it's round, so it just slowly continues to kind of keep feeling out the area and turning itself until it's able to work its way back into another direction so it can move around in a room. So ultimately, I guess you have to ask yourself, at its price point of $299, is it worth it for you to invest in a robot vacuum like this? I will say I've very much enjoyed using it, and it has definitely piqued my interest into robot vacuums. But I'm interested to know your thoughts. What do you think of the Zoozee Z70? Let me know down in the comments section below. Are you considering getting a robot vacuum? What are your thoughts about that? What do you think about robot vacuums? Are they the answer to all of our cleaning problems? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Hey, my name is Jeff. I do tech reviews on this channel every single week, tips, tutorials, and more. So please consider subscribing. And some of the other videos I've done on this channel are reviewing the latest Ego Power Station, which is a portable power station, so to give you portable power and power outages or other different uses. I've also done Bluetooth speaker reviews. I've done all sorts of tech tips and projects around the house. So definitely check out all those videos. Some of them are going to be popping up here at the end of this video, as well as being linked down in the description of this video below. As always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.